Hi, Kalonica. My message today is about your video that you're doing, but the performance that you do on certain soundtrack. Mm. There are a few videos that you have done an outstanding performance, and I think that you this is something that you can do that will help you a lot. Is to try to find super songs, super great soundtrack that have been very popular, but with not very much drums. Uh, what you did with just the two of us or all night long, it's the uh, Mr. Blue Sky. This is perfect example of how wonderful you can turn a simple soundtrack, the drumming performance in those soundtrack is ordinary, but you put it in an outstanding, absolutely wonderful performance, absolutely magical. It's pure, pure, pure magic. So the the concept of having taking ordinary great songs but with ordinary soundtrack is you can put that in your mind without having to look for let's say I will need to find a soundtrack and soundtrack and soundtrack to improve. Keep that in mind, and when something happens, let's say you find a soundtrack that is super great, but with ordinary drums performance, you can you can upgrade it uh, your way, and that will emphasize your qualities. Um, as another example, if you take a soundtrack from The Who with Keith Moon, or a Led Zeppelin soundtrack with John Bonham, uh, you can do the soundtrack, but there's not much. You can improve it your way, but they are already pretty much full. They are already pretty much in the as upfront. They are already on the as a primary instrument. They are already emphasized. So even if you add some improvements, it's about quite even. But if you take a soundtrack that is as a drum dimension, the drumming performance is fair or ordinary, and you put your special touch on this already great soundtrack, you can put yourself in a spotlight. You can put yourself in an advantage situation. So by doing that, when the recording studios are going to listen to the song, they're going to enjoy the song. But when they see your outstanding performance, it's going to accentuate your the quality of your sound of your performance. instead of this is the normal song and the normal drums, but by doing something special, it will be even more, even better. It will accentuate, it will put your qualities, drumming qualities, in importance. So also, because it is a very super beautiful soundtrack, you have the musical context to be inspired, and so you will uh, you will drive yourself to something absolutely magical instead of doing a soundtrack, a normal soundtrack, drumming soundtrack on in a normal soundtrack, a normal drumming soundtrack on a normal soundtrack by taking a song that have been maybe a one hit wonder or a top 10 Billboard soundtrack, something like that. And but there was an ordinary drums in that. Let's say, as an example, that lady of the Isley Brothers. Who's that lady? The the guitar on that is pure magic, but the drums is very fair. If you put your special touch on this soundtrack, which is already a super great soundtrack, but you put your super high performance, your Kalinica's touch on that, it can become an outstanding performance, outstanding soundtrack. And you present that to your to the recording studios, I think you have good chance. So it will improve both. It will be a win-win situation for the recording studios and for yourself, and probably with for the Isley Brothers too. So this is a situation where you can take advantage. And this is an opportunity, a business opportunity, and a career opportunity. You take all those special songs, uh, or maybe like the way, not the, Do You Feel Like We Do by Peter Frampton. It's ordinary drums, uh, um, or Show Me the Way, ordinary drums, or Part-Time Lover by Stevie Wonder. It's a super great keyboard, but the drums is ordinary. So you put your touch in an already great song, but with the fair drums, and then it will improve the quality. It will put you in the spotlight, in the it will distinguish the quality that you put in that soundtrack instead of um, when the recording studio listened to the sound. Let's say they listen to Isley Brothers, who's that lady, uh, and they listen to the Kalanikas version of Who's That Lady. You see the difference, and then it puts you in the spotlight as how better you can do than the average drumming performance. It puts all your qualities in valor. So, and that when you present that in your portfolio, let's say you did Who's That Lady? Show Me the Way, Part-Time Lover, the improved way. Um, this will help you so much to have a recording contract. Uh, the recording engineer will listen to that and say and see, oh wow, she does it so much better than the average drummer. So and all those special grooves and fills are super fantastic, and her sensitivity is very, very um, super special and musical, intuitive, and personal. So just like Keith Moon has his own touch, Stuart Copeland has his own touch, John Bonham had his own touch. You have your own touch, and you can put all those special skills into valor by performing a super beautiful soundtrack, but with less drums. So this will um, this will upgrade your portfolio a lot, and you will do it in a very stimulating musical environment instead of just trying to do dry grooves and fills, like I told you a few months ago, which I think is good, but it's not that easy because you don't have the emotional inspiration to do that. It's more mechanical than musical. So, by doing all those special grooves and fills in the fantastic musical context, this will be super fun and you are in the right context, in the right environment to be emotionally positive and to do great work. So this is this is something I want to talk to you. And it's this is not something to do right tomorrow and the day after. It's something to always keep in mind. And sometimes, someday, some way, you find a song. Oh, I can do that one. And since you have already have this winning formula in mind, you can proceed and produce a fantastic soundtrack that you put that you put in your portfolio and professional portfolio, and this will help you to get contracts. So this is my prayer for you today, Kalonica. And I love you, baby.